episode 2 based off this anime, when naming the anime again, okay, on Mayo, Cotton Rebirth verse. Uh, I have mixed feelings with this episode 2. Episode 1 was very, very good, it really was. But episode 2 just kind of slowed down a little bit, it really did. And I don't know why and stuff like that. I think the MC character is basically a hothead, basically kind of character. I would expect that to basically to see him, to basically just be that way. And the one thing I really would personally want to say here is basically is that I understand that he wants to become a Ami or Anya, whatever you want to call him, or whatever powers that he's supposed to learn. He's supposed to learn elements basically when it comes to like wind, fire, earth, water, and dark, and to learn all of those to have the power that he really needs to really basically to have to basically control one of these mobile suit ninja things, whatever you want to call them, or something like that. This anime is very unique, and it really is in such a way. It really actually is. The action pack, it's really good. It's really good. It's really actually good. I haven't seen this kind of level since I've seen with Darling in the France. And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, Darling in the France is a very, very popular anime, but the ending was not so very popular, which was basically disappointing. Which no continuation of season 2. Which never really actually happened, anything like that, which I don't think it's not going to happen by any means or anything like that. But I personally definitely want to say here is that I think this anime does really holds its ground. But I think this anime is starting going off a little bit of a good start, But yes, the episode 2 was kind of slow, but it didn't really bring that much action I anticipated that I was gonna be. But that can't be a really good thing, because I like how this anime does really as this business going. I don't feel like it's not rushing basically into really all that much, but I think it's going at a really a steady pace, because I can tell the animators are just taking their time by not rushing into it way too much. Now, first of all, I definitely want to talk about one of the guys that basically is training Takami, whatever you want to call him. He's the guy who was like the fiery hair, the orange fiery hair, the hothead kind of character, kind of guy. Kind of like reminds me of Naruto, basically in a different factor of basically other way. The guy who was training him, basically learn how to use the techniques that he needs to learn and basically use to have. If you look closely basically at their hands, they have some kind of glove hands that supposed to help them to control the powers that they're supposed to have, like a haki or chakra or whatever you want to call it, or whatever you whatever the actually is. Take as for instance for Naruto. Naruto has to learn how to control his chakra. He has to learn how to control to do Shadow Clone Jutsu or any other. But even though that Naruto has two chakras, which is basically the normal chakra, which basically he has, and he also has the nine-tailed fox chakra also as well too, because usually the nine-tailed fox chakra pretty much basically helps him out to become much more stronger. But it also helps him in other beneficial ways. Basically what it basically feels to me. Do I kind of relate this anime to kind of like Naruto? In a way, yes, I definitely do think so, because it does have those characteristics basically really actually is, but it's more of a different style than from what I see. I don't think this anime is not really a shonen basic kind of anime. I don't think it really is not. It feels like it is kind of like a shonen anime, but I really don't think it really is really is not. I just don't think it really actually is, because it looks like it has that shonen kind of basic kind of aspects. But one thing I really am happy about is that the MC doesn't look like he's very overpowered, but he struggles. But the thing I like about this is that he's going to get a lot more stronger, and he is also going to struggle. That's what I see what I see from Naruto, basically for example, because Naruto basically started from weak, but then he got far much more stronger, learning other different techniques, whether the Raishingan, whatever you want to call it, or the other different things and stuff like that, and basically stuff like that. And I definitely do see the rivalry between Takagi and Also, Hikakara. I'm having a hard time pronouncing names. I'm not very good at pronouncing Japanese names. I do apologize for that. I mean no disrespect, like that. But it's just hard to understand like what they're basically actually trying to do. But to be honest with you, I've been watching anime for a really long time, and I never seen an anime which is basically kind of related to basic of a Naruto basic aspect. Feel free to disagree with me, but that's what I feel. That's what I feel because I feel like they both have a different connection with one another because I really definitely think so because when it comes to basic of that way. Now it's basically kind of like a shaman basic kind of way basically of a way. I really definitely do think so because if you look at the Naruto for example, they're basically just are ninjas. That's basically what they basically are because ninjas are for one, they are fast, they are strong, they're very powerful, and they learn really powerful techniques that they can basically train. And sometimes there's techniques that can be forbidden that they cannot even use. Take as an instance for Itachi, Itachi's Uchiha, which is basically Sasuke's brother. He learns the black fire technique. Because I remember when Jiraiya told Naruto not to touch it because if Naruto would have touched that fire, Naruto would die. He would die just instantly. He would not be able to recover, and he would not be able to get that fire off him. Because when you touch that black fire, you will not be able to get it off because that's very, very extremely dangerous, and it really actually is. Because it really actually is. But when you compare that when it comes to basically this anime I'm watching right now, it feels like it does have those similarities. It really does. Now, a shaman is basically when it comes to World of Warcraft, they get to control the elements of the earth. That's supposed to be basically what they're supposed to do. Reason why basically because those elements is basically that when it comes to fire, earth, wind, fire, earth, wind, water, and dark. And when it comes to those elements, those elements are very, very important for them to basically really actually learn. And those elements that they're supposed to do. Shamans are very powerful in a way, an IMO. To me, I definitely think they really basically actually are. They're very strong and they know how to control the powers and they know how to use them. They know how to use them. But when you compare them to when it comes to ninjas, I think they're pretty much basically on the same, pretty much basic balance wise. But would you prefer? Who would probably win? Basically, a Naruto version versus the new one, the anime I'm watching right now. So the power scale, it will be a lot more different. Now, one thing I am afraid of, which I definitely do think it might probably happen, I definitely do think that MC will probably lose control of his powers. Because usually you basically see that when it comes to showing anime. Take as instance for Bleach of Ichigo. Ichigo is a great example because when he loses control of his powers because he had a demon inside his heart, which is basically the hollow. The hollow is basically it's a thing that basically control and possess the human being. Once that basically happens, it's up to the Soul Reapers to basically take it out, and then they descend them to heaven or basically to hell, which basically either that basically actually is. Now basically Ichigo, basically on his other hand, he's learned how to use the hollow powers with his Bankai and also other different things. Take as for Naruto, for example, also as well too. Naruto, when Hinata was gonna die, Naruto lost control of himself, and he allowed the rage consume him. And I would point out this for one thing for people to really understand. This is very, very important for people to really understand that Naruto is a very hot-head basic kind of character because when he sees somebody like something really happens or anything like that, he snaps just like that. That's basically what happened. Take as an instance for Yu Yu Hakusho. Personally, one of my favorite series. I would love to do Angry Blood Races. I love that series. I haven't seen all the episodes. One of my favorite arcs is the Dark Tournament. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you probably need to check that out. I love the Dark Tournament. Really a lot. If you've learned from the fight for Newscape versus Tagoro is one of the all-time best villains I love in an anime. He's such a great villain. He really is. I love that guy really a lot. really a lot. But the one thing I really like him basically is that he didn't want to kill Yusuke. He just wants to basically to have that form of battle to basically he says like, yeah, I'm a good judge for humankind. I can see, because the reason why Tagore really actually said that, because he really understands, he knows the strengths and weaknesses when it comes to humans, because he is a good judge of seeing of humankind. But take that as an aspect, because he used to be human, but now he has prejudiced himself to be a demon because he wants power. That's what basically he definitely really wants. Basically definitely wants. But even though he told Yusuke that he said that there's a power that's hidden inside you, because I know the really actually are. Because he knows. And that is fear. Fear gave Yusuke the power that he really actually did definitely need. When we first thought that Kurobara may have died, Kurobara didn't die. Everybody thought he did, but he did. But when Yusuke found out what happened, Yusuke snapped. Not like it basically in a way of Naruto, basically of example, but basically in a much more different way that you probably was seeing basically of a different emotion that you basically was seeing. Like I said before, when it comes to Naruto is a very good example with that emotion that he has, because he snapped. Because with that emotion, the passion that he had was basically anger. The anger is basically the power that basically helps him out, and he uses that power. But when I compare this basically to the anime, based on the anime I'm watching right now, of this anime, I personally will say I definitely think the MC based on this anime, he's probably going to be similar, basically kind of like Naruto. I could be wrong, but that's what I definitely do think, because I definitely do see that similarity, because I definitely do compare him to Naruto, because I've been, like I said, I've been watching anime for a long time and stuff like that, and I really do. I love Naruto really a lot, because I definitely do think it's a very good anime. I do apologize, but next name was being loud again. I do apologize, but yeah. Anyways, I'm just gonna go ahead and end this video, because I don't want my neighbor getting all feisty and getting all mad and stuff like that. And so I figured I just wanna let you guys know. Do you guys like this episode? Do you guys think it was good? Do you guys think it was bad? I'd love to hear what you guys thoughts. Do you guys think it was? What's your guys' thoughts about the episode and some of the comparisons I said? So yeah. Anyways, this is Alex. I'll see you guys later. Take care. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Don't forget to subscribe. Please consider subscribing. Please hit the like button. Give me a thumbs up or give me a thumbs up. Doesn't matter to me. And please leave your comments below. Anyways, I love you guys. Take care. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Take care. God bless. Remember to choose life. I love you guys. Please stay. Remember to stay blessed. Love you guys. Take care. Bye.